Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where last episode, after concluding our search of the ancient battlefield with 29 fish now logged in our book, we took on Triton, the silver orca, in a fishing duel, managing to catch 5 unique fish before him to beat the final member of the Elite Four and fish up our 4th rare catch. This then led to a duel against Lake Lord III himself on Ursula Sandbar, managing to replicate his catches to prove our skill before then catching the Elder King, bringing our fishing quest to an end with the Crossbell Guild victorious. We now continue on.
I can't ever thank you enough, Master Lloyd. You're sure to go down in history as a fishing legend, my friend. I guess I don't need any of this bait anymore. I shouldn't have bought that. I shouldn't have bought 2 extra. Well, now we can buy pretty much anything. Okay. You're the Fisherman Guild's pride and joy, Master Lloyd. I'd love to cast my rod with you in La Burle if the opportunity ever presents itself. Right, I must have fished against you before. I'm just trying to remember where. Because if it was in the fishing game, in the 3rd, I hate your guts. You cheaty cheats. If it was by the inn, then that was a bit easier, wasn't it? I haven't looked at the fisherman's emblem I've got. The other ones were all like with weird negatives to them too. Prevents ailments. Is that a grail locket? Oh my god, that's a grail locket. That's a speed accuracy grail locket. Yeah, you get that. You get the actual grail locket. I missed talking to Harvard Fisher before this. He wasn't here, was he? I didn't see him. Maybe he's somewhere in town. I don't know. Silver Orcas prevents stat down with defenses. Ain't bad. The others had like a negative to them. Evasion minus 100%. The Silver Orcas ain't bad. And then the one we just got was great. Do not dislike having another essentially grail locket. Wait, didn't we get a grail locket from this quest last time? In 0, didn't we get one for getting the last fish? Where's my... Where's my car? Oh, he was outside the airport? Goddamn. I haven't been that way yet. Did we all just take a pleasant walk there? Hello, shiny, shiny pom. I don't know if I've scanned you guys yet. Oh, you have been scanned? Boo! They actually get hit well by spells? I think they do. Well, they give me Sepith. That'll do. And U material. Don't forget the U material. That's nice. That's nice. Even if the experience isn't there anymore, it's still always worth it. What level is this one? 100. Help, I need the bus. Also, I need to tell my car to go back home when I think about it. Works for me. Okay, what a day. It's been a big, long one. We got our fish done. I'm very happy at that. Let's go check out the guild that has now been deposed. You know what? This is a nice banner. I think I'll take it back to the Empire with me. Wait, are you thieving? The Fisherman's Guild emerged triumphant. Truly the pinnacle of competitive piscine capture. Triumphant. Congratulations, Lloyd. I hear you won the jewel with flying colors. Thanks to Lord Lake Lord, I was finally able to join the Fisherman's Guild. Truth be told, he really is a kind man deep down inside. I just wish there was some way he could make peace with the guild. Feel free to use the boathouse, they say. Don't make me laugh. Well, I will admit its environs do lend themselves well to training purposes. Given what they wanted all along. Think you would catch the great Elder King himself? It was surely a fluke. Can I trade him in for something? Well, shoot. Never expected every single one of us to be defeated. I still had a lot of fun, but dang it, I'm not bitter too. Now we have 2 prevent ailments. 1 prevent ailments prevents death blows. That's looking pretty good for us. Getting this fishing done was great. We can get this. I need 1 more tier ore bomb. Yeah, if we had a solar pendulum, we could trade for the strength 100 speed 5 one, which would be pretty good. Oh, we do have one, actually. I just remembered, we do have one. It's currently on you. Excellent. Passionate Rouge. We haven't made our own Yama's Purga Tofu yet. We need an Arcadian Ambrosia for Steel Blue for the ATS version of it all. Not bad. I definitely need to go get myself a gold salmon, maybe, just to upgrade that Deathblow one. Or, of course, get the 10,000 tokens. That's an option, too. More strength for Randy! The most passionate of Rouges. Thanks again for your help today, SS. We've still got some soup left over if you want any. Oh! Thanks, we'd never turn away from a second helping. Especially when it's this delicious. I call dibs. Glad to hear that. Tells me it was worth it to make so many servings. We got loads more stuff, do we? We've still got plenty of portions left. Maybe I should bring some to Serena and Hugo. They're probably bored at home, so I might as well see if they can help out too. As you said, oh no, they can wash the dishes? Yeah, fine. Life is good. We're getting lots of good stuff. I guess the only other thing to do before going to St. Ursula Hospital now is to check if Alios is actually anywhere viewable in Orcus Tower. Because we found Alios somewhere not on the board. Alios is a sneaky guy at the moment. We've got the man I always need to keep track of over here. Nilsson. Must always verify Nilsson's locations. At all times. Doesn't look like he's in it, does it? Okay, 171 of these out. 255. I wouldn't mind stronger casts, to be honest, but I'm waiting for cast free. That's seriously what I'm doing. Yeah, I need some cash. Never bad to give myself a stock. So it's just that Arios is actually in Orcus Tower, except he's in meetings after all, so we won't see him no matter what, but usually, of course, we can go to a place and find the brazier on the list. But Arios is truly out of reach. Okay. If Alios is not here, let's go out to St. Ursula Hospital. It's been a big day. Now we're looking to finish it up. I don't think there's anything else I had to do apart from the fishing. I only had to do the fishing because I found the 29th fish. You know how that is. No other reason. People are saying Arabonia was responsible for the raid on the city. But what if that's not all? What if the train derailment and the occupation of mines were there doing too? I don't want to turn against the nation with the most advanced railway tech on the continent, but it's hard to have faith knowing the facts. What if all these recent incidents were orchestrated by the Empire? Never did I expect Crossbell City to be raided by Jaegers. What did we do to deserve this? I just can't take this anymore. Plan to get as far away from Crossbell as possible. The quicker the better too. I've no intention of staying in this powder keg any longer than I have to. Why is it a high blood guy this here? Or at least their model, do you know what I mean? Okay, we don't have any reason to go into the station. The van isn't out front. Because it's out here. Raid on the city was absolutely terrifying. It was like being in a waking nightmare. I hope I never live to experience anything like that ever again. Of course, there'd be no reason to go here. Why am I not taking the car? Who uses a bus when we can guzzle fuel in an inefficient fashion? To be honest, I don't actually know if any of these cars have emissions to worry about. I need to go around these chests again and mark them down. I need to figure out what level they are. Because there must be some we can do now. Weird. Those supplies definitely should have gotten here by now. Oh, pardon me. Welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. If you're here to visit a patient, just head to the first floor lobby and sign in at the reception desk. We've had a sudden influx of patients due to the raid on the city. The doctors are doing everything they can to manage the rush. I'll have to do my part out here too. What's going on then? You can't just brush that over. What about these supplies this time? Do you need more ghost dolls? They look rushed. I can tell there are more people here than usual. You're right, there were so many people injured during the raid on the city alone. Among them being Inspector Donovan and Ilya. Yes, and they're both still comatose too. Inspector Donovan. I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't protected Fran. It's thanks to him that she's been able to recover as quickly as she has. That's true. And all the time we've known him, the old man's always had a huge heart. You gotta respect that. Here's hoping we get the chance to check in on him and Ilya too. Indeed. That said, Sully should be coming to visit Ilya today as well. By the way, what room are they keeping your sister in? Oh, she's in 301. But we should probably go check in at the reception desk before we make any visits. Good call. Let's go. I'd like to see Cecile too, but I can only guess how insanely busy she is. We're gonna talk to everyone. There's not a question in this. Crossbell City, attacked by a Jaeger Corps. Even now the news still has me reeling. This past week has been one of the longest of my life. It sickens me that anyone would do something so vile. Knowing that the recovery efforts have been going well as a relief, but I wonder if Crossbell will ever be the same again. The shock of the attack itself hasn't worn off. It does make you wonder if Crossbell will ever be the same again, considering we're supposed to go to reception then for this. We've had a flood of patients streaming into the hospital due to the incident in the city. It's difficult to give everyone the treatment they need. We've had to make a waiting list for those who are scheduled for surgeries. Shh. We'll do this building to its roofish, and then we'll go into the thingy. In addition to my duties here at Lectier, I'm also in charge of the meals that are served to our hospital patients. Sadly, some of our newest arrivals are so badly hurt they can't even manage to take a bite. Food and energy go hand in hand, so I hope they'll be able to eat soon. As things stand, they're at least able to get the nutrients they need from IV drips. Still, okay, they'll be able to eat soon. Hopefully. It's weird not needing to really check the shops anymore for things now we've done all the rooms. Not everyone who was injured in the raid could be saved. Why does it have to be like this, Flora? It feels like my heart is falling apart. I know exactly how you feel, Miss Shaw, but now isn't the time to grieve, not while we have jobs to do. Don't forget our mission as doctors. If you have time to sulk, then you have time to treat those that still need us. Laura's right. I should focus on helping those who are in our care so they can walk away from here happy and healthy. Sit down and eat lunch with me, Miss Short. We're going to have to fill up if we want to make it through our afternoon rounds. Afternoon. Only a verb. Sit down and eat lunch with me. Yep. Also, would you like to look at these gory pictures? There were a lot of doors opening in this day that weren't opening before, but this makes sense because I'm assuming they've just got an overflow, right? Mummy and Daddy have been looking really sad the last few days. Is my big brother going to be okay? What happened to him? As a member of the Guardian Force, my son was fighting those Jaegers on the front lines. I never would have allowed him to enlist had I known this was going to happen. Our son was severely injured during the raid on the city. He survived, thank the goddess, but he's still in the ICU. They didn't allow us to visit for very long either. Oh, Adios above, please save my son. Well, it's extended a little bit. How many times have I checked this door through the playthrough to have no result? And bang, it does make sense. My son and his wife were admitted here after the raid on the city. I'm grateful to know they're still alive, but I haven't been able to calm down since I found out. Never did I imagine a tragedy like this happening to our state. They say even the police and CGF lost people. Just what will become of our little Crossbell at this rate? Well, that said, missing these rooms doesn't actually seem important. It's one of those things, isn't it? You go into the place. It's like, oh, yes, we finally... Oh, there's nothing. Wow, that was... Like with Bacchus's room. We got in there finally. We were like, oh, what's this? It's like nothing. Nothing is in there at all. What the hell? Yeah, it makes sense that most staff are... No one's going to be here. The maid isn't even here. It's the maid... Oh, the maid might be on the next floor. Yeah. Lectia has had an influx of visitors this week due to the attack on the city. The most severely injured came from the CPD and CGF, but the toughest part by far is seeing how distraught their families are. Makes me imagine how I'd have felt if my own loved ones had been involved in that raid. Thought alone breaks my heart. Still gotta check the rooms though, in case there's anything on the walls. I would hate to miss a missable. Hold on, I don't think it'd be a good idea to enter the hospital without checking in the reception desk first. I guess that's the limit we're not allowed through. You must go for the hospital in the correct direction. Obey me. Obey me. Obey me. You must do this exactly as I say. You must do it, robotic. There is no room for personal expression here. My buddy was caught in the raid and ended up getting hospitalized. I hope he gets well soon. Hey, keep it down. You're gonna cause a scene. Have some consideration. I'm not being that loud. Am I? You're talking to the kid, aren't you, though? Ah, this is so boring. How long are they gonna keep me waiting? I know there's a lot resting on our shoulders, but I don't know how much longer I can go on. No, I shouldn't think that way. The patients are suffering far more than I am. I have no right to complain. I'm wondering if I can even go upstairs. It might gate me from that too. Yeah. We have to check in before going anywhere. I haven't heard any new patients' names called in a while. I suppose the exams really are backed up. I don't envy how busy the doctors have been with all the victims injured in that horrible attack. I wonder if Crossbell will ever be the same after this. The way things are, I can hardly even bring myself to sleep at night. We are allowed back here, though. Let's see, I still have to do my rounds in the ICU and research ward. I'll also have to make sure I check on Inspector Donovan's ventilator. He's on a vent. Well, I guess he's... Whoa. No, that's... Not everyone in a coma is on a ventilator, right? Phew, business is really picking up now. Swamped. Oof. Doesn't look like I'll be able to return to being a full-time researcher anytime soon. Strange rumors are going around that the raid on the city was a plot hatched by the Imperial government. Could the Empire really have been responsible for an attack that sent so many innocent people to the hospital? If that's true, then I don't think I'll ever be able to look at my homeland the same way again. I had aspirations of practicing healthcare in my home country someday. But if the Imperial government really was behind that attack, then I might just have to throw out any national pride I had. Both my legs were broken during the attack. Oh, what? Damn it, what did I do to deserve any of this? I'm assuming it was incidentally and they weren't targeting children when they invaded. Not saying it's better if it's incidental. I'm just trying to make sure that they weren't literally going, "Ha, it's a kid, broke his legs." I've worked here for years, but never have I seen us house this many patients at once. It truly is unprecedented, but we'll just have to do everything we can for our patients, no matter how many there are. Just running around. Break their legs. Get them. Our patients from the raid in the city consist of more than just who suffered injuries during the attack itself. There are also some who have been suffering post-traumatic stress to the point of physical anguish. It's a staunch reminder of how closely the body and mind are connected. Post-traumatic stress can result in not only mental anguish, but the onset of physical ailments as well. It's a staunch reminder of how closely the body and mind are connected. No. Patient seems to be having a nightmare. Dr. Largo taught me that in the worst of times, we doctors have a duty to keep our chins up. After all, if we were to show signs of hopelessness, what kind of example will that set for the patients? Distress and mental fatigue are just as important as any other aspect of their well-being. I know that all too well, but it's easier said than done. Fire! So much fire all across the city! It's terrifying, just like all the disputes over our state that broke out back when I was young. Even these beds are full. Hate to see, think how many people are in there. In the short span of time since admitting her, we've had a great number of visitors come by hoping to see Miss Pledier. Unfortunately, as she is still comatose, only an authorized few can enter her room. We've had no choice but to turn them down. That hasn't slowed the never-ending flood of gifts and sweets from arriving, however. If there's a silver lining in this, it's seeing firsthand just how much of an inspiration Miss Pledier is for the citizens. Miss Pledier's admirers have been sending her a never-ending flood of gifts and sweets ever since we admitted her. There's a silver lining. Oh, the people love her. Oh, hello, Noelle. I see you brought the rest of the SSS with you today, too. Are you all here to pay Fran a visit? We are. Is now a good time? Yes, of course. I'm glad she regained consciousness, by the way. She'll be delighted to see all of you, I'm sure. Yeah, me too. Thank you very much. Let's go, guys. She's up on the 3rd floor, room 301. Sounds good. Thank you again, Sarah. Find Fran on the 3rd floor in room 301. Her condition is stable, but she's far from regaining all of her strength. I think a visit from all of you would go a long way toward cheering her up. I think Fran's staying in room 301. We should go see how she's doing. Oh, we can't check anyone else. The CGF guardsmen who were brought in here are being cared for at the ICU for the time being. The injuries they sustained from the Jaegers are very severe. It'll take time for them to recover enough to be discharged. I'm used to seeing patients carried into the hospital, but it was hard seeing the guardsmen in that condition. If you asked me before, I'd have said I was used to seeing patients carried into the hospital. But the guardsmen who got brought into the ICU were in such bad shape, I had to look away. Our jobs come with a sad reality, those times when we're present for the final moments of a patient's life. Anyone who's worked this job as long as some of us is bound to become desensitized. Even in the face of constant death, we rarely shed a tear. This raid incident, on the other hand, when I think about the victims, it isn't sorrow that I feel, it's anger. Needlessly taking the lives of innocent people. Those Jaegers sicken me to my core. In a world where some devote their lives to saving those of others, there are also those who needlessly take them like the Jaegers. What must Adius think, gazing down upon mankind and its sins? Guys who were brought to room 202 were running their mouths all over at first, but now they just seem down the dumps, so we know who's there. I don't think their injuries are the sole cause. Does it have to do with what happened in the city? Now that I think about it, Saron's been shaken up about something lately. It isn't an easy thing to see. I just hope everything will be alright. I've never seen so many patients brought to the hospital until now. They were all in so much pain. It's shaken my nerves so much that I'd rather not be alone for too long. Maybe I'll spend the night with Mayfair again. You're rooming up at the moment, are you? Okay, we really can't go anywhere else. I say that, but we've been a few places. Pardon us. Huh. Noe, guys! Hello, Lloyd. Oh, Cecile, you're here too. Sorry for barging in like this. Is now a bad time? Of course not. I'm only here to swap out her IV. Thanks for coming to see me, everyone. I know you probably have a whole bunch of work to do. Don't mention it. We had to after Noella told us that you'd woken up. We've been so worried about you, Fran. It looks like you're doing well, though. She's right. The colour's back in your face already. Yeah, I'm better than ever now. Well, except for all the injuries, I mean. They said I'll be good to move to the general ward in 2 to 3 days. After that, it's only a matter of time until I'm back on my feet and right out that door. No way, Fran. You still need plenty of rest before I even let you think about getting out of here. Don't be so dramatic. I got off pretty light, you know. I mean, Inspector Donovan was the one who covered me from the blast. Fran. Come on, Franny. You can't be thinking like that. The Red Constellation's why either of you are here. What happened ain't your fault. I know. But still, somebody has to back you guys up and support you from the sidelines. That's why I'm trying so hard to get better. It's okay, Fran. You don't need to strain yourself. It's not the same without you there to congratulate us on a job well done, but work is still running smoothly. The best thing you can do for us right now is focusing on your recovery. Once you're ready to give it your all again, we'll welcome you back with open arms. Okay, I will. Thanks, guys. Oh, but that reminds me, I heard you're going back to the CGF, Noe. Mum must have told you. Yeah, I thought it over and now is the right time. Guess I'll be missing out on all that support you'll be giving the SSS, but hey, more for the rest of them, right? Come on, Noe. I know you're more choked up about it than that. Oh, Noe, you're always so... Fran? Don't worry, she's fine. That's just the IV drip kicking in. You should relax now and leave the talking for later. I'm okay. Lloyd and them came all this way to see me. And I still need to give Noe her big pep talk before she goes back to the CGF. You don't exactly have the pep to spare right now. Sorry, guys, I think it'd be best if we let her get some rest. No problem, we'll come visit it again, okay, friend? Sleep well. I will bake you a mishi cake once you are fully recovered. I can't wait. There she goes. Seems her stamina isn't nearly what it was right now. Well, she did need an emergency blood transfusion during her surgery. Still, she should make a full recovery. She'll be healthy before you know it. I hope so. We should give her some privacy. By the way, Cecile, are Inspector Donovan and Ilya taking visitors yet? For relatives, yes, but... Oh, never mind. I'm sure it'll be alright. They almost consider you as family after all. Why don't I escort you over so you can check in on them? Would that be alright? We would appreciate it. Thanks for the solid, Cecile. You're very welcome. Inspector Donovan is in room 302. As for Ilya, we'll find her in 303, just across from Shizuku. Got it. Let's go. Out like a normal light. She sure is. I'm happy to tell you she'll be fully healed soon, Noelle. Thanks, Cecile. Take care of her for me, okay? Detective Raymond, I'm coming in now. Hey, Cecile. Oh, if it isn't the SSS. Good to see you're doing well, Raymond. Have you been keeping the inspector company? Just filling in for his wife when she needs a break is all. Well, I get the feeling that if he saw me, he'd yell something like, "The hell are you doing here? Get back to work." Yeah, pretty much. It is easy to imagine. About the inspector, they placed him on a ventilator. Yeah, they say his respiratory system took a lot of damage. But if he manages to wake up, it'll go a long way towards speeding up his recovery. Back during the explosion, the inspector, he saved Fran and me. Imagine that. Me, the worthless loser who did nothing but panic while Crossbell went up in flames. Even Fran had to be brought in for surgery, Well, I get off with little more than a scratch or two. It makes me sick. I'm just a lucky, incompetent son of a bitch. Raymond. You know, it's not your fault, man.
Why don't you take a break, Detective? His condition is stable. We're always making our rounds. We'll notice if anything changes. You won't be able to help him if you keep running yourself ragged, you know.
I appreciate that. The inspector's wife should be coming back soon, though. I can at least look after him until she gets here.
If you insist. Don't forget to take care of yourself, too. We will come visit again.
Yeah, I think he'd like that. Inspector Donovan saved our lives back there. Makes me feel so worthless. When I know I need to pull it together, that's what the inspector would tell me. I'm gonna get my act together and become a detective that he can be proud of.
I'll have to remember to thank the inspector for protecting Fran when he wakes up. He has a long recovery ahead of him, seeing as it was his respiratory system that took the most damage in the blast. Thankfully, the worst of it is over, so he should be waking up in due time. I hope you're right about that. Let's be on our way, Lloyd. We can count on Raymond to look after him for now.
Sounds good to me. No one's in the linen closet today. Why didn't Gable hide there? That would have been a good place.
Sully, may I come in?
Sully.
Ilya. Look at her. She's like a sleeping beauty. Normally, she'd snore like a bear with her hair all mussed up. I've never seen her like this. Almost makes it hard to believe that it's really Ilya Platier lying in this bed.
How is she?
She sustained fractures in numerous areas, including her spine. She was also suffering from internal bleeding. Thankfully, her surgeries were successful. However, she's shown no signs of coming out of her coma. That's why she remains on life support.
That's terrible. Damn.
They said that even if she wakes up, the odds of her making a full recovery are slim to none. You know what that means, right? Ilya would never be able to stand on the stage again. And it's all because she protected me. This never should have... She shouldn't have... Sully. It's okay. Everything is going to be alright. No one knows Ilya better than I do. No matter what happens, she isn't the type of person to give up. She's never going to stop looking ahead. That's the Ilya Platier I know. But... She's right. There's no way she could break so much new ground if she weren't the performer she is. Well said. There's no such thing as good enough for Ilya. In the time we've known her, she's always striven for new heights. As long as there is a stage to come back to, Ilya will stop at nothing to be on it. And somehow or another, I am certain she will make it there.
Hell yeah. Put some faith in Adios and Ilya both. You got your own thing to do.
Besides, I have a feeling Ilya would be telling you off for missing your rehearsals right now if she could. Give her all the more reason to catch up to you when she's awake again. Yeah, absolutely. Once she sees how far you and the others have come, she's going to do everything she can to join you. Thanks. That does make me feel a little better. You're right. The rest of us need to start pulling ourselves together. Arisha, she's nowhere to be found. Hey, guys. If it's not too much trouble, would you mind helping us track Risha down? I don't know what her old deal is, but no matter what, she's still one of us. And I think Ilya would have another reason to get better if she came back too. Of course. Consider it a formal request of the SSS. We're going to find Risha, and that's a promise. Thank you, everyone. I think that was just the reassurance Sully needed. To be honest, you ended up giving me some encouragement as well. Cecile. After hearing what happened, we feared the worst, and it seemed we weren't too far off. Unfortunately so. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about her every hour of the day. But even so, this is Ilya we're talking about. I have faith in her. And knowing her, the more people believe in her, the more she'll channel that into herself.
Damn straight. That does sound like something she is capable of. Still, if Sully is right, then bringing Risha back is going to be just as important as anything else. Do you think we can find her, Lloyd? Honestly, I don't know. If she's really gone into hiding, it'll be easier said than done. You're probably right. We don't even know for sure if she's still in the state, just like the missing members of Hayway. We're going to be out of luck if the bunch of them hightailed it back to Calvert. Still, I don't want to let Soldier down. Not after we promised her we'd get it done. Yeah, me neither. We should keep our ears to the ground for clues on where she and Hayway might have gone. I will scour the Orbal net for any possible leads. That's more than we could ask for. I should be heading back to the nurse's station. What are all of you going to do next, Lloyd? We still have some work to take care of, so I guess we're saying bye for now. Thanks again for showing us to their room, Cecile. My pleasure. I know Crossbell has seen better days, but that's all the more reason we need to do our best. Just remember not to overdo it, okay? We'll try. Your concern is appreciated. We'll do more than just try. Now's the time to make a stand. You're absolutely right. People have gone through so much hurt, both in body and mind. We have to do all we can to put smiles back on their faces. Make a stand, huh?